Well, we would hope. We would like there to be more, but...
I mean, it's fertile.
With The Last Dance, it's even better because the love story in this movie...
Because we were asked to do 3 movies, and that's it. We always knew it was going to be a 3-movie arc.
And that's 270 minutes.
Yeah.
270 minutes to get as much Eddie and Venom into the world in 9 years. Off you go. That's what we did, you know. Of course, there's more.
Well, we would hope. We would like there to be more, but...
I mean, it's fertile ground, isn't it? There's so much you can do with it. On this one, they've committed to being completely together.
Symbiotic.
They've reached symbiosis in all of its forms. They've accepted the landing coming to them. The thing is now we're dealing with the old dishonesty that the Venom the Venom has always had, where he didn't give him the full hive mind sight picture. And so what now, like Eddie is in a place where he's fully committed to being, although he wouldn't want to say the lethal protector, he's fully committed to this thing. And Venom is now inviting him, like, reluctantly, to understand that the world there's a bigger sight picture to it than just like that. So the full mission statement, if it wasn't hard enough to accept living with the alien,
He's a liar.
He's a liar. Which is perfect, because so is Eddie, you know? And then it's how they now approach the world, life on life's terms, with this newfound dimension.
I think we always knew that we wanted Null to come out in this universe, but we knew that we had to establish Eddie and Venom's relationship and Eddie and Venom's story first. So this is very much an introduction to Null. It's just a little taster of Null.
There's the underpinning of knowing where Venom came from.
Right.
You know, it's all well and good to say that we're from Clintar, and the truth is not necessarily as Venom laid out in the very first movie about being the janitor, or, you know, being... It's and one has to now question how honest Venom has really been about why the symbiotes are here. So that has to be underpinned by the father figure. Where does this all come from?
Right.
Which is key, because Null is the bedrock for a multitude of platforms, and in the way that Thanos is in many ways. You know? Null is a god. It's so he has to be introduced and presented as the big bad across the spectrum of the panoply of these tales. We think our Eddie knows only what he's been told by Venom. Venom recognizes somebody, but Eddie doesn't know who that is. Mm-hmm. And the barman knows that from the blip.
Yeah, but hasn't really explained it properly.
No, as far as Eddie is concerned, there's a figure skating, you know, spandex wearing child that, you know, Venom has feelings about, which are extremely big, and apart from that, you know, it's a whole other, you know, part of his life, like an ex-girlfriend or something. You know, he doesn't know. Yeah, it's on a need-to-know basis. And I think that the worlds allow this kind of interplay for the characters to exist in multiple dimensions and universes that Eddie and Venom can slip in and out of, and this is part of the insanity of living with an alien, you know? So it's a fertile ground for optionality, again, across the entire arc of the Marvel Universe and the Marvel comic universe, not the MCU as in the films, of understanding that there's a reach and all of these heroes are connected. How, again, that is all triggered is still much in the pipeline to figure out.
So I play General Strickland, Rex Strickland, and he runs a facility that's near Area 51. That's a hyper-secret facility where they deal with alien life forms, where they deal with the alien life forms and the symbiotes. And so, and there is the facility is sort of split into 2 sections. There's the military section and the scientific section, because obviously they'll need to get underneath all the biological, physical, chemical reactions that are happening and information that can be gleaned. So, although the military runs all of it, the science department is a significant part of it. And so a lot of and the science department is run by Dr. Payne, Juno plays, and so a lot of the tension between our characters is about how to best safeguard everybody and all of the lives involved and progress with the experimental situation.
I played, Dr. Teddy Payne, and she is one of the head scientists at the top secret area beneath Area 51. And technically, Strickland is my boss. Sorry, General Strickland is my boss. And my character, she is somebody who went through an experience when she was a child where she lost somebody she cared about a lot, and it impacted her journey into the scientific world, especially the scientific world that is about exploring the great beyond and aliens and symbiotes specifically. And she is getting to meet a symbiote in, she gets to interact with them for real. And so she is somebody that is doing her research, but it also comes from a place that is very personal for her. And so the alien life forms, I think, sometimes mean more to her than just work. Most of the time they mean more to her than just work. And so the tension between Strickland and Payne is very much that she wants to protect them at all times and make sure that they are safe, whereas he can see the threat that they might bring. So they kind of butt heads about the importance of humanity against aliens.
Yeah, it was. It just feels like playing a totally different character, and I think that the Strickland is so interesting as a part to play because he is this kind of very rigid, stoic military figure, and so you feel that he is going to be sort of a bit of a bit of a jarhead, a bit of a sort of quite blocked and difficult to kind of get through to, but there is a part of him that is like that. But there's also this really empathetic side of him, that he's actually quite passionate about the team that he works for, and is very protective of the kind of all of the of everybody, of humanity, So there's actually kind of a sort of softish center to this very kind of battle-hardened guy, which felt really interesting to explore in something that's in a film that's very fun and there's a kind of lightness to it, but there's also something kind of
very real with our stories,
sort of grounded and energizing about that. So I had a lot of fun exploring the part.
It's magic. I think it's why we all fell in love with the movies to begin with, right? And then with The Last Dance, it's even better because the love story in this movie is truly between the two of them. And I think it's rare to see that, especially in the Marvel universe, where it's really this kind of incredible exploration of a friendship going on between two kind of masculine characters, and also how they end up in it throughout this journey from the first Venom film to where we are now, of really truly being connected. And so that, I think, is really moving, and was really moving when reading the script also. So I'm excited for people to get to see that big time.
Yeah, there's definitely a real kind of emotional heart to the film, and a really kind of caring exploration of this friendship, which is great.